people have been asking me is what the show is particularly about, and I would say, as of right now, this podcast is about mindset. It's not about me teaching you how to make it or anything like that, because quite frankly, I haven't made it. I'm still trying to make it too. So it's about embracing that journey of making it, and actually a person shedding light on the ups and downs of the journey and trying to navigate that, and really just how to persevere. Even though I haven't blown up yet or had that one moment, I've been in the game for a long time, done a lot of cool stuff. So I feel like what better person to tell you, what methods and ways to persevere than someone in the exact same situation as you, that's trying to stick it out, that's trying to find their niche, their place in the industry, because the industry pushes and pulls you a lot of ways. And I think that the best strategy I've found in this industry, and even in this life outside of music, is just to be yourself. I mean, it's invaluable what being yourself and kind of just having your own personality will do for you, because a lot of people are looking for the next hit. I'm talking like artists themselves. They're thinking, oh, I got to make the hit record, or oh, I have to be just like Billie Eilish or Travis Scott. And it's like, at the end of the day, everybody has their own individual journey. There's no way you can replicate what they're doing, because you're not them. You don't have their life experiences. So it's more about just kind of leaning into your life experiences and kind of making a unique way to kind of tell your story. Because again, anybody can sell people music. It's really easy to go to Guitar Center, Sam Ash, or wherever you want to go and pick up some equipment and start recording. And it's easy for people to think that they're going to instantly make one song blow up. Some people that is a reality. That has happened for some people, but it's more of a handful. The majority of it is, you're going to kind of have to buckle in and understand the journey that you're on. And with that, I think what you need is self-confidence. Excuse me. Had to drink some of this beverage. But what you need is self-confidence to maneuver in any space of life. We're talking about making it in the music industry, and we're talking about how to keep sane on that journey if this is your main source of income, or if you want to make it your main source of income. You got to appear confident to the people you're trying to sell your services to, or just sell your persona to, just fan-wise. If you're not all the way in, if you're not all the way convinced that you possess the skills that you have, that you need to know that you have in order to be successful in this thing, that's where you got to start. A lot of people think that you have to be the most charismatic person, or or prom queen at your high school or something like that, in order to be an artist, or in order to be an entertainer, or in order to put yourself out there in front of people. But really, that can be built up. It's just like any muscle on your body. You trained it enough, you learn the proper techniques, and anybody can be charismatic. Anybody can have those qualities as far as confidence. You don't need to be freaking Romeo or anything, but you do need to appear that you have a certain feeling about what you're doing. You have to have a feeling and trust in your ability, qualities, and judgment. That's a very definition of self-confidence, is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. So, I mean, there's so many people, and this applies to musicians so much, that don't trust their judgment. They don't trust their qualities. So they let someone else tell them what those qualities are. And I think that's the biggest thing that's killing artists these days, is when you know you're talented, but you don't know enough to keep your ideas and keep the main thing with your creation. It's so easy to see someone else doing something else and getting more success, or getting what you deem as success in your brain, and for you to kind of jump ship and start doing what they're doing. I think that's the quickest way to fall out of love with music, because you just start chasing identities that aren't yours, and you're never going to succeed like that. Confidence literally means the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. And if anybody that knows me, anybody that deals with me, they know that I have that type of confidence with my songwriting and that type of confidence with my actual music as well. And it's like sometimes it can be kind of overbearing for certain people, and some people don't like that stuff. You have to learn how to do it in a way where you can still express yourself, be yourself, and not compromise to them, but also in a way that isn't like narcissistic or that doesn't bring down the energy of the rooms that you're in, because there is a fine line between confidence and delusion. And honestly, I'm the type that leans on be a little bit more. I would rather you be more confident and delusional about it than shy and nonchalant about your own talent. But with that being said, you will have to back it up. And a good way to back it up is by being unique. And a lot of people these days, they're trying to sound like everyone else. That's a huge problem in the industry. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but it's true. Everybody is sounding like everybody else, when it's really funny that the most successful artists you'll hear about are the unique ones, the oddballs, the people that have their own sound, their own style, their own unique voice that doesn't cater to what everybody else is trying to do. So it's like you can't be scared of your own greatness, because people aren't going to always see your greatness every time you get up there and do your thing. And you might just be in the wrong group of people. Sometimes your mom, your cousin, your little brother, that ain't your demographic. Those aren't the people that you need to be looking for to try to please. I think that another thing that really catches people up is the opinions of people they love. They love you. So of course it's harsh when they say, oh, I don't like your music, or this might not be it, or they don't play you when they drive around listening to some other artist. And you're like, man, why does my family ever? You're looking for validation from other people, and at the end of the day, that's not why you started doing this. You always have to remember, why did you start doing this? Oh yeah, because I love doing this. And the more that you have that at the center of everything you're doing, I just think it's the best way to roll, because you can't be hyper focused on other people's journey, because it's about understanding your journey, and everything isn't always about instantly blowing up. So like, if that's what you're trying to do, there's so many other things that you can instantly get rich doing. Music is so hard. It's like playing in the NFL, for instance. To put it in perspective, you're like a kid at a school trying to join the team. These other kids been playing their whole life. Their dad done had them in speed camp. They've been writing, the parallel to sports and doing music. And you're going to come along, in your senior year and never played a lick of football, and just think that you're naturally talented enough. Excuse me. You're naturally talented enough to not only make the team, but to surpass all these people that have been working all their lives to achieve this goal and then been honing their skills. You're not, unless you're like, a once in a lifetime talent, there's no way you're going to be able to beat these people out. If you look at the amount of songs that are being released on DSPs every day, it's staggering, so you got to love this. You got to be willing to know, hey, I'm going to be in this thing for the long haul, and I'm skilled enough to be in here, because while it is saturated, if you're talented and you got a vision and you can meet the right people, there's room for you in the game. So for people like us, this is for antisocial people. This whole podcast is just how to navigate the industry as an antisocial person. So I tell all my friends this. Because all my friends need to know. And so you, my friend, are going to hear it too. Technology is your friend. And not only is technology your friend, technology is required. And the sooner that you learn and embrace that you're going to be on TikTok, that you're going to be on Instagram, that you're going to be on Twitter, and as soon as you make that fun and not make it work, your life becomes a different place and you start gaining fans so fast. It's crazy how many people complain, oh, the music industry is not like it used to be, and da-da-da-da. I wish that we could just, release music and people listen to it and find out that we're great. It's like, when has the music industry ever been like that? It's like, what are you talking about? There's always been promotion. There's always been labels that would spread word of mouth and make their artists seen everywhere. It's like you got to promote your product. It's actually easier now for you as an independent artist. And one step further is like you have the direct access to other human beings to find the niche, to find the demographic that's yours, because that's what it's all about now. You don't need a big company. That's beautiful. You just need self-confidence. You need good music. Even if the music isn't good, good story. A good story will sell the people. People love storylines. People love underdog stories. People love very fashionable, eccentric personalities. There's so many different ways that you can be you. Not compromise who you are as yourself. Have confidence in yourself and not have to be on this constant roulette of changing your sound when the industry changes sounds. Because you're going to evolve as an artist no matter what if you're tapping in and you're staying, tethered to the industry like you should. Every artist, I have the very big problem being an antisocial human being of disconnecting from everything and being like, oh, I'm only going to create and I'm going to, I'm gonna just sit there and listen to me and not have anybody rub off on you. Awesome, cool. That's awesome to do. You don't want to be too influenced by other people, but you also don't want to get to a point where you don't know what's going on, because this is an industry that you're trying to work in. So when you get into the industry, you could walk past someone, totally meet someone that's super vital to your career in the same niche and the same type of genre as you. And just because you're not tapped into the industry and you're not on technology, you don't know what the heck is going on, and you're walking backwards at that point, and doesn't make any sense for your career. And while you're listening to this podcast, if you are listening to this podcast, then you're probably smart enough to know this, and not a diss to people who don't know this, because it doesn't mean you're not smart. Sometimes we get wrapped up in admiring people, especially in the beginning stages of our careers. We get wrapped up in admiring people that we think have all the answers. And Kanye West said it best. You don't have all the answers, Sway. No one has all the answers. If the answers to the test were presented during the test, how much sense would that really make? Like when you step back and you look at it in perspective, there's going to be a beginning and end to your journey. And you want to make sure that you're the person that's firmly in control of that. So you want to make sure if you don't have the answers to something, find it, figure it out, and a lot of the times figuring out the answer just comes with doing more work as an artist, reaching more milestones and unlocking more doors, and people likely that you'll meet on the other side of those doors or getting to those doors will have the answers that you're looking for. I just say, man, figure out a formula, a routine of how you're going to work it, and stick to that for as long as you can. If it's making improvement and you're seeing growth and stuff like that, keep sticking to that type of strategy that you're doing while implementing stuff that you see people ahead of you doing, watching videos from people that were in the industry on YouTube, and meet people by going to marketing events, music events that are big in your niche that like AC3 music festivals, like South by South. And that's the way to build confidence. Confidence is just gonna fall from the sky. Not everybody was born with amazing confidence. I was born with extraordinary confidence, but I work with a lot of people that weren't born with that type of confidence. And honestly, mine was delusion at first. I was that crazy kid that think he could do anything, think he could beat anybody at a rap battle and da-da-da-da. But then when I started laying focus down and improving it, it built confidence. So you can't stick on the sidelines your whole life and expect for people to view you as a star player. Got to get out there. You got to know what you're doing. Get in the game. Believe in yourself, man, because if you don't, no one else will. There's no finish line when you're pursuing a passion, It's like, and if there is a finish line when you're pursuing a passion, then you better be working and doing all the proper steps and have a formula, because at the end of the day, for me, I'm the type of artist, and I hope this is you too, if you're really passionate about this, that once you get to where you're going, you're trying to go a little farther. So, I mean, really, it all comes down to just believing in yourself. Self-confidence is literally a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgments. So at the end of the day, I think that's the best place for an artist to start, is that self-confidence and just confidence in general, because not only will it help you in your music, not only will it help you if you're antisocial, because at the end of the day, if you're antisocial, you're going to have to prove it a lot more than people that aren't antisocial. Let's be real. Like when you walk in a room and you have that confidence and you already know what's going down, you better have the skills to back it up or find a different approach. Maybe you're acting confident and you're not confident. Get in the gym with your confidence. Build that thing up, and the sky's the limit for you. So, I mean, I hate to really beat a dead horse. I don't even know if that's a good expression anymore. There's too much stuff in 2023. But, yeah, don't want to beat a dead horse. You know what it is. It's your boy Tragedy 602, Antisocial Superstar Podcast. Episode 2 is a wrap. Let's go.